Hello, sir.
Hello.
May I have seats?
Yes.
May I have seats?
Yes. So, first of all, when you came here, did you ask for coming? May I come in, sir? No,
No, I didn't ask.
right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, so why are you here? Let me know.
Okay, so I have come here to I have come here to prepare for IELTS exam, and I want to pursue my master's degree in foreign country. That's why I have come here to prepare for IELTS, basically. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me know how did you get to know about this institution?
So I searched for English Institute in Madangiri area, and the one of the few institutes I found was this. So I came here according to Google Maps.
Okay, okay. So, do you think this place could be the quite better, fascinating, captivating for IELTS preparation?
Uh, According to the reviews I saw on Google Maps, it has a good rating, so I believed on that. So I think it can be like this institute can help me clear the exam, and also like it can help me communicate better, and it can also improve my communication skills so that I can score around 8 8 band on IELTS.
Yourself. So, introduce yourself. Yes.
So my full name is Punit Kumar, and I belong to Bihar. And my father is he's in Indian Air Force. Earlier he was in army, so we have like our family has stayed in almost 4 to 5 states. I was born in Hisar, Haryana, and there I did my education in Army Public School, Hisar Kent. After that, I went to boarding school, which is Sainik School, Kunjpura, in sixth class. There I did uh, my study from 6th to 12th, and then after that I did my BTech from Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, and my branch was information technology. So yeah, and apart from that, my hobbies include watching sports, boxing matches, and I like listening music. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So, could you just let me know what is your DOB?
Okay. So my date of birth is 18 July 2000, and so according to that, I'm 25 years of age right now.
Okay. So, what does your father do?
So my father is a civil technician in Indian Air Force. So yeah, earlier he was in Indian Army, and he retired as a JCO, which is Junior Commissioned Officer, in 2014. So since 2016, he has been in Indian Air Force.
Okay. So tell me, what are you fond of doing in your sabbatical time? Most of the time, what you adore to do in your sabbatical time or in your leisure time?
So I like to watch podcast. Like one of the few podcasts, like few of my favorite podcasts are Raj Shamani, Ranveer Labadia, and Nikhil Kamath. So I watch these podcasts. Like these are very uh, like eye-opening podcasts, and also like they are full of information. Like they are full of information, as well as like they are uh, full of knowledge. So yeah, like these are very informational podcasts, and uh, also like to listen music as well.
Okay. So do students study abroad or not? If yes, your answer is yes, then why? Or why not?
So in my opinion, students, if they are getting opportunity, they must go to abroad, and they must pursue higher studies there. Like even like if we compare Indian universities to universities outside, their ranking is much better, and they're like according to the world ranking, universities in US and Canada, they are pretty much higher than those universities in India, like IIT. If you compare IIT with Stanford and Harvard, those universities are way better than Indian universities. And also like the living standard is way better than India. In India, it's the AQI, like even the basic necessity of our living standard is too low here. The air we breathe, the water we intake, it's all contaminated. And so for the better life and better education, if anyone is getting opportunity, they must go. Yeah, that's my
Okay.
opinion.
So why do you wanna go to abroad? Like, do you wanna go to abroad for work reason or do you wanna go abroad for studies purpose? What is your main motive to go there?
So my main motive is to like permanently reside there. as I've seen even my sister is living there, so she has suggested me to move outside. Earlier she was like she went to Canada 4 years back, so she has seen all the ups and downs there, and she thinks that India is lacking lacking many things, and lacking in many things like even the basic things like education, and the corruption level is in India is too much. So she thinks that Canada it's way better, and uh, all the things like everything is managed uh, with transparency. So it's like currently I'm thinking to pursue my master studies, and then I'll go for PR, which is permanent residence, and then I'll uh, get citizenship of Canada. Yeah.
So what are you pursuing in your master studies, like MA or MCom, or what are you pursuing in your master studies?
So right now I have bachelor's degree in technology. So right now I'm thinking of getting masters in technology or MSc in computer science, so that I go with the flow and I don't break my uh, I don't switch. So that's why I'm thinking of continuing in the same field, which is computer science. So yeah.
Another question: has your sister been to Canada, or is she in Canada?
So she has been in Canada for 4 years. She has been in Canada for 4 years. Like she around 3 years. She moved to Canada in December 2022. So she is there, and she is with her fiance. So they both are there for around 3 years. So yeah.
So speak something about the importance of abroad studies. What do you think about abroad studies, abroad education? Yeah, go ahead.
So in India, uh, since the since beginning, it's always it is always focused upon theoretical learning. But in Canada or in such cases like countries like Australia, New Zealand, and all those countries, there's mostly the English speaking countries. They are more focused on practical knowledge. So the students, they even if you compare the students of India or outside countries, they are more into research based learning, whereas in India it's all about cramming the subjects and getting marks. So we don't get the practical exposure. That's why the many engineers in India, they move abroad in search of better packages, because the engineers which are uh, good in skills, they don't good at skills, they don't stay here, they move outside because they get better packages there. So yes, in my opinion, the outside education is better at imbibing practical knowledge, whereas in India it's more about rote learning.
So tell me, does English matter to get better job or not? What is your opinion? Does English matter to get better job or not?
So in my opinion, English does
I
matter.
say speak
Hmm.
on the importance of
Hmm.
English.
Okay,
And
okay,
how does it matter in everyone's life? How English can change the life of people?
okay. So in my opinion, English does matter in anywhere you go, because English is the lingua franca of the world, and it's the most spoken language in the world. Even if you like, even in India, if we see case of people like they are adamant on that they won't learn English, and they are like they are full of proud, full of pride, and they don't learn English, and they take pride in speaking Hindi only. But it's like just like Indians, we should take pride in our mother tongue, but it's not the most spoken language in the world. If we have to interact with anyone, then English is the way to go. So, in my opinion, we should learn English because it's not about pride, but it's about interaction with the world. You can't communicate with a language which is spoken, which is not the main language of the world. So you must learn the language which is mostly spoken in everywhere on the globe. So yeah, you should learn English.
Okay, whom do you like the most in your family? Like, do you like your mother or your father? And why do you like, first of all, choose one parent. Okay, so whom do you love the most?
Um, so it's like um, okay, I like my mother because she is caring and she is loving. My father is also caring and loving, but like there is a bond, like mother and son, they have a different bond. Like it's not, it can't be expressed in words. So uh, like I also have better camaraderie with my father, uh, but like he always stayed outside for the for his job. Like he was in army, so he always stayed. Right now he stays with us because he's in like civil job. So when he was in army, he used to go to the posting area. Like he was in Arunachal Pradesh. He went to, like he was in Arunachal Pradesh for like 3 to 4 years, and we were staying in plain area. Like Arunachal is a hilly area, so it's not possible to accommodate the family. So we used to stay in the plain areas, which is Ambala. Ambala is in Haryana. So we used to stay with our mother in Ambala only. And even my father went to Jammu Kashmir, which is a like which is a very um conflicted area. So it's not possible to bring the family there. So we always stayed, like my family always stayed with my mother. So we have a better connection, and we have uh, better better yeah, yeah.
Okay, which country would you love to go? Like Canada or USA, or which country would you love to go?
So okay, 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 okay. So my sister is in Canada. So it's the like it's the most easiest way for me to move to Canada. If I try to move to another country like Canada, oh sorry, US, or apart from Canada like US or New Zealand, it would be more difficult for me. Like I don't have any support there. Like my sister and my brother-in-law is also there. So it would be more easier for me to pursue my masters there, and also I can get support from them. Like they have also, like they are doing their jobs and they are doing pretty well there. So they must have some connections there. So it can help me in gaining better jobs, or it can help me in many ways. But if I move to any other country, I don't have any background there. Look, so I don't have any support system there. So I think of moving to Canada just for that support system.
So Canada is the most preferred country for you because you are also comfortable for Canada, right? So have you selected or elected your universities for studies? Have you selected?
I've searched for universities. Like uh, I've searched for Simon Fraser University. So it's a like it's a top rated university in British Columbia, which is a state in Canada. And apart from that, I've also searched for like many universities I've searched for, and these are British Columbia Institute of Technology. And so these are the universities I've searched for, and the programs I've searched for are uh, masters in computer science, in cloud and DevOps and cybersecurity. So these programs I've searched for. Also, I searched for computer science and AI. So like AI is the demand of these days, and AI is overtaking the world. And right now, like I'm a software engineer. So we can I know the importance of AI, and it's taking the, like people are getting scared because of AI. So I've thought of why not to counter this uh, by having some course in AI. So yeah.
Another question I just want to ask from you is that like it's been 3 years or 4 years. Just imagine that you have gotten the job also in abroad country, right? And after that you having been selected, it's been 3 or 4 years since then you have been living there. So now after getting your first salary, whom would you like to give it first? Did you get?
Yes.
Whom would you like to give it first? And what would you like to buy?
Okay.
What would you like to buy?
Okay. Um, so if I get my first salary, I'll definitely uh, get something for me because get something for me because I'm not that uh, like I don't want to be that cliche. Like everyone thinks that they'll get something for their parents. Even I think of that. Like I'll get something for me as well as for my parents. Like it won't be like yeah.
Wouldn't you like to buy something for your sister because this idea was planted in your mind just because for being in Canada? When I was having conversation with you, you told me that you thought of just being in like in Canada just because of your sister. So wouldn't you like to give something to your sister? Like now you are about to be in Canada, and how are you about to be in Canada? Who is just going to be behind you, behind your success, behind that thing? So maybe as far as I have been able to understand, as far as I have been able to witness, so your sister would be behind your success. So wouldn't you want to give something to your sister?
Like my sister is also is already doing um like um, she's doing um, she's like she's successful and like she's way ahead of me and I think I won't be able to give I won't be able to do justice with my salary if even if I get my first salary. Like she's earning way better than me. So even if I get even if my even if I give my salary to her or like a bit small portion of that salary to her, it won't matter to her because it would be like it would still be a small piece for her. So it won't be like if it's a big amount, then it matter it will matter. But I don't think it matters for her because she's um, like she's always she always thinks about me and she's very caring. So uh, like she always gifts brings gift for me like whenever she comes to India. So I think um, I'm not capable of gifting her. So yeah.
Okay, what's the name of your sister?
She's Pooja Pooja.
Okay, what does gift means to you, according to you? Like, if a person is affluent, opulent person, only that person can think of giving the gift to someone. As far as I have been able to observe with your understanding that you have said about it, I would not be able to give the gift to her because her salary is so high. That's why I am not able to give it. Right. So, what does gifts means to you? Gift can be small as well. What do you think about gifts? Who can give the gift? Who should give the gift? Who must give the gift? Like after being capable, a person should give the gift, or what is your opinion about it? Or a poor person can give the gift or not? Or poor people can't, give the gift. What is your opinion about it? What do you think about gifts?
So like gifts, they can be like anybody can give the gift. It doesn't matter the size. The size doesn't matter, and like anybody can give the gift. So the cost doesn't matter. It should come from your like you should from the yeah from the bottom of your heart and so like the effort should matter. The price doesn't matter. The price tag doesn't matter if you put your heart and soul in that gift and you like if you show that you have put some efforts in that gift, then that matters in the last in the like mm, in the in the end the cost doesn't matter. Your efforts, the more you put your soul and heart into that matters. So
Obviously, that's why I asked this question. When I asked from you, you said, if I give the gift to her, she would not be quite happy. She would not be feeling like a kid in a candy store, chopped to bits or tickled pink. So that's why I asked this question. So gift cannot be measured in terms of monetary terms, like it cannot be measured in money, right? Gifts means gifts. Gifts means suspense. When you are giving someone or somebody a gift, it means that you are making that person feel so special. You are having that person feel so, grandiloquent, right? You are having that person feel so splendiferous lit, right? So gifts means this. So it doesn't mean don't feel it in your mind like a person is so quite rich, quite affluent, opulent, so I can't give the gift to that person because I am broke. Oh, you heard me right. Absolutely right. You heard me right. I can't give the gift. Why can't I give the gift? Because I'm not rich like her or rich like him. Or whenever it comes in the mind of for giving the gift to someone or somebody, we mustn't think this, I think. Right? Okay, so interesting. So now tell me, which is the gift that you would want to give it to me? Okay. After being trained here from this institute, you are about to be trained from this institutions, New Generation Institute supported by Surya University. After being trained, I just want to ask, which is the gift that you having been quite better, now you have gotten selected, right? Now you are going in abroad country, so which is the gift that you would want to give it to me, or would you forget me?
Uh, so I won't forget you because we have like after getting selected for the IELTS exam and also like for moving outside the country, I won't forget anyone in this institute because you have been the uh, turning point for me and you have guided me through all this and you have helped me and so I won't uh, like I'll pay back whatever the efforts you put in. So yeah, I'll I'll I won't forget anything which is being done here. So yeah, and the gift I'll give back would be a surprise. So yeah, I won't disclose it right now.
I think you would forget me. You know why am I saying this? Because one of my student, she you know she has been living in Japan. Yeah, Japan. And whenever the time is in the evening, their timing is so different, quite different. So she's not able to contact with me, because when there is day, there is night, time issues. So I think you will also forget me because of time issues. Would you would not be able to contact with me, or also you would think of contacting with me, but when you would contact me at the time, there would be day, and there would be night, so you would think, why should I disturb, sir? Don't you think about it?
Talking about the time difference, I don't think that will matter because still I contact with my sister and she's the time here in India and in Canada it's about 12 hours and right now it's 13 hours and 30 minutes difference. So like every day we talk even for 15 to 20 minutes. So time difference doesn't matter if you want to stay in contact with someone. Even if you there might be many excuses if you don't want to be in contact with someone. Like if you want to stay in touch with someone, there must be one reason to be in contact and that will lead you in communication. So I don't think time differences uh, it will hamper any connection. So yeah, like long distance relationships do work. So even the couples they live many miles apart, but they for the sake of relationship they continue talking and yeah. So in my opinion time difference doesn't matter. The thing which matters is your uh, like your dedication towards the commitment and you should put some efforts in that connection.
Okay. Dekho, see, couples, it is a different thing. If you talk about couples, if you talk about relationship, if you talk about family members, if you talk about sisters, if you talk about siblings, right, it is different thing. But why would you remember me? After being there, like you would think, why should I remember Surya sir? Why would I to remember about Sanjeev sir? Right? He has been my trainer, right? And now I have been here, now I have been living for the long period of time here, so you would definitely forget me. Wouldn't you? Do you wanna say that अगर कोई चीज़ ज़रूरी होती है तो रास्ता मिलता है, अगर नहीं होते तो बहाने मिलते हैं, राइट? अगर कोई चीज़ ज़रूरी होती है तो रास्ता मिलता है, अगर कोई चीज़ ज़रूरी नहीं होती, मान लो कि सर से बात करना ज़रूरी नहीं है, तो बहाने मिल जाएँगे आपको बहुत सारे, कि सूरज सर से क्यों बात करनी है? सूरज सर तो अपने इंडिया में है, मैं अपना कनाडा में हूँ, मुझे क्यों बात करनी सर से? और टाइमिंग का इशू हो जाएगा, सर मेरे पास टाइम नहीं मिला, सर ये टाइम थोड़ा इशू हो रहा है, तो इसलिए मैं आपसे बात नहीं कर पाता हूँ। होता है ये, होता है नहीं होता है? ऐसा होता है, मेरे स्टूडेंट है जापान में एक है, तो वो कहाँ याद करते हैं? आफ्टर बीइंग देयर दे फॉरगेट। डू यू थिंक दैट वुड यू आल्सो डू लाइक दैट? Or would you make lam excuse like you are going to say no right now, you are going to say about it, yes I would remember you after being in, Canada, I will remember you, I will be in contact with you, but at the time when you would reach there, everybody forgets, everybody forgets, and it gives me pain, it hurts me a lot, don't you think?
I don't like everyone is different. So like the one you're talking about, like the person who is in Japan, so they might be different from me. Even everyone is different. So yeah, like I won't forget you. So that's what I can say right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let me ask another question. What does success means to you in your mind, in the view of yours? What does success means to you?
Success means um, like when I'm fully satisfied with myself. I don't want another person's approval. Like I want my parents' validation because they have brought me to this world. So I want their validation. Apart from that, I don't want any other person's validation because like success for me, it means like I am fully satisfied with myself, and uh, I'm I don't uh, I don't see any incapacity or like uh, any sort of indifference in me. So that means success for me.
When you would be satisfied, right? Would you consider yourself like at what time would you consider yourself as a successful person? Like you having gotten like 1 lakh in a month, or 2 lakh, or 10 crore, or 100 crore. Like people don't get satiated. I have seen people don't get satiated, proficient, pacified, a peace in their life, even though they like start earning, from 10,000 to 1 lakh, from 1 lakh to 10 lakh, from 10 lakh to 1 crore, from 1 crore to 10 crore, from 10 crore to 100 crore. Like they keep on, you know, enhancing their earnings, even though they don't get satiated. So at what time would you be satisfied? Would you be satiated, propitiated, appeased, pacified after getting which amount are you looking for? Like then you would be satisfied totally. You would consider you are completely satisfied. Yes, this is what I wanted, and now I am completely satisfied in my life. At what time would you consider yourself?
Uh, so in my mind, I don't think about the numbers. Like it should come mentally. Like if I'm mentally happy and if I'm mentally like I am, I think that I've done enough, and I don't need materialistic things. Like so, if I it doesn't matter about numbers for me. So numbers don't matter for me. Like if even if it's 1 lakh or 10 lakh per month, it should come from inside. That yes, I have done enough for myself, and yeah, that if that brings happiness to me, then I'll think that I'm successful. So it's more about the mindset, not about the numbers.
Okay, what is real happiness according to you?
So real happiness, it means that uh, that you are fully uh, uh, satisfied with yourself, and you don't need uh, okay, and you're fully satisfied with yourself, and you don't need another person's validation and approval. So, and you have you have free will, and you can do anything you what you want, in contrast to what people think. So this, like many people, they are like they're in constant fear what people think, what will people think. So this uh, this should not come to the mind, and they should uh, behave according to what they think, without the fear of being judged, or like without the fear of being scrutinized. So yeah, that according to me, that.
So does money bring happiness in the life of people? What do you think about it? As it is said, so इस दुनिया का कोई रंग नहीं, कोई ढंग नहीं। इस दुनिया का कोई रंग नहीं, कोई ढंग नहीं। अगर पास है पैसा तो सब कुछ है मेरे दोस्त। अगर पास है पैसा तो सब कुछ है मेरे दोस्त, वरना कोई संग नहीं, वरना कोई संग नहीं। So does money bring happiness in the life of people? My question from you, from my side for you.
So the answer is yes. The money definitely brings happiness to everyone, even if people don't agree with that statement. It's definitely true that money does bring happiness, and if you give, if someone says that it's wrong, then he must be lying, because uh, if we see beggars around us and we give money to them, so yeah, they give blessings in return for that money. So everyone, uh, if we take money out of, if we uh, like uh, like if anyone says that money doesn't bring happiness, then we should get money out of them, and then after that, like if they are saying that money doesn't bring happiness, then we should get their money, and they should feel what the beggars feel. So after that they'll understand.
You should make them feel like a beggar.
Yeah.
After that, they would realize, yeah,
Uh-huh.
money matters most.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, that's what I wanted to convey. So we should get all of their money, and they should feel like what a beggar feels. So then they'll realize the situation, and the importance of money. So it does bring happiness, and what a in if someone is denying that fact, then they're definitely lying.
Okay, okay. So another question, like after being quite successful, what is something that you would want to do for this nation, for the society? After being quite successful, you would have gotten everything. You would have gotten success. You would have gotten happiness. You would have gotten the things which you want in your life. You having gotten all these things. So which is the thing that you would want to do for this nation? Yeah.
Uh, so actually, I'm an introvert. So I feel like people should like I think that um, I'll have more seminars and like more public speaking classes. Yeah, I've thought about it. So like I'll start some public speaking course in order to make people open up about themselves, and like not stay in their shell. So it's like uh, helping people open up and speak more, and convey their thoughts. Like people are some people are don't open up easily. So uh, I'll create a environment where people are like they are free to express their thoughts and feelings um, without the fear of being harshly criticized, or like without the fear of being judged.
So your motive is to go to Canada, right? उन्हें मुबारक हो जिन्हें छत तक जाना है, जिन्हें सीढ़ियाँ उन्हें मुबारक हो जिन्हें छत तक जाना है। हमारी मंजिल तो कनाडा है, हमारी मंजिल तो कनाडा है। हमें अपना रास्ता स्वयं बनाना है। फिर मंजिल मिले ना मिले ये तो मुकद्दर की बात है। फिर मंजिल मिले ना मिले ये तो मुकद्दर की बात है। लेकिन हम कोशिश भी ना कर रहे हैं कनाडा जाने की, ये तो गलत बात है। ये तो गलत बात है। Very soon you are about to be in Canada. Congratulations. So how are you feeling after this?
I'm feeling quite good and knowledge worthy, and like you're full of you're giving positive vibes to me. So yeah, I think I learn very much here, and I'm uh, very much positive about this whole scenario. So yeah, this is what I want to say.